the offlaner for position. We've seen Zephyr play it, I think, in one game. A lot of flexibility with the picks so far.
Feels like a cuckoo hero to me when I think about it.
The Void
in
Spirit?
this lineup, yeah.
Yeah, I could see the Void Spirit plus Lena being a pretty strong offlane duo.
Well, meanwhile, with Terrorblade banned out and PA, maybe going to be looking to pick up your core here if you're Boom.
Yeah, I think probably your physical damage carry here. They've got 10th pick of the draft, right? Is that correct?
Radiant team pick.
I can forget how the draft changes work.
One
these
day
days.
we will commit it to memory.
Yeah.
But maybe we shouldn't, because in a few weeks there's going to be a patch.
Right.
So.
It's all going to change again. So Ember, trying to remember how that mid lane matchup works. Is there one that's like really heavily favored over the other?
The Ember Void Spirit?
Yeah.
All the spirits are relatively even.
Right. Yeah, I think so.
Very, very skill dependent.
And they all have like a lockdown spell to stop the mobility.
Right.
It's
and they all have good ways to catch up in the jungle also.
Yep.
So this hero has been making a resurgence in the latter half of these playoffs. Troll Warlord seems to be a higher priority than Faceless Void these days, or Spectre these days, which is surprising to me, but seems to be the trend.
If it is Bounty 5, it feels like it's a nice fit there, right? Where you're potentially getting some like chase down and kill possibilities. Although I guess you're going against Slardar Mirana, so maybe not. Slardar would be the best bet.
Yeah, I think my main question right now is, what is a bounty doing that like a Grimstroke couldn't be doing in terms of like
5 position things
for lane purposes specifically? Because I guess like sure mid game and late game wildly different heroes, but if it's a 5 position and you're pairing it with a traditional carry, which Troll is a fairly traditional carry, then why go for something out of the box like a Bounty Hunter?
Yeah, and I think we're going to see Bounty is a pretty weak laning hero.
Right.
I feel like you're kind of giving up a weaker laning stage to have that vision scouting advantage out of your 5 position, because there aren't actually that many vision heroes in the game. We talked about Clockwork with Rock Flare, the Beastmaster Hawk, but the number of heroes that actually give easy scouting and easy vision is a very small pool of heroes in Dota.
Especially from the 5 position. Usually they come for the 3 or the 4.
Yep.
And I think that that's maybe why you take the Troll. I guess I'll rephrase what I said before of like kill potential and more that Troll is going to be somebody that can kind of survive through a lot of onslaughts that other carries wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I know the NA panel, we're talking a lot about that with Lone Druid. You can get away with these greedier 5 positions when you have a carry that's self-sufficient. And I think Troll, not as good as Lone Druid, but still like one of the better carries as far as not needing a lot of help to secure his lane.
5 seconds remaining.
This will determine what the Void Spirit is. This final pick for Among Us. Will it be a Cuckoo, an Abed, or a Zephyr hero?
Legion Commander.
An Abed hero, it seems, as they final pick a Cuckoo Legion Commander.
Abed could also play the Lina.
That's true.
They've really left it very open. Even when you see all 5 heroes, it's like, well, who's the mid still? In your dream is going to be playing the carry Troll. I'd say that's fairly certain. Although some teams have run safe mid lane Troll, but
I feel like with the Clockwork, it's really hard to do Lina core. It's like Clockwork, Mirana.
for sure, yeah.
Choose your hero.
Now there's Spectre, Ember, Clockwork. Playing Lina mid sounds like a death trap, and yeah, Zephyr will pick up the Lina. So.
All right.
Why Legion Commander? Is it really just the lockdown for the Ember Spirit? Because really not that much worth dispelling other than Corrosive Haze.
Yeah.
Sure, a solid laner overall. Maybe they just like the matchup versus Clockwork, but I feel like Legion Commander would kind of struggle a little bit.
Maybe they felt like they just need a save against that like crush into arrow kind of setup, or the chains into arrow. There's a lot of stuns and control.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think it's also just a Cuckoo thing. He loves this hero. So
that is true as well.
I could see that just being like, yeah, just give me Legion.
Yeah, and the lane seems pretty solid. The Legion with the Lina backing you up, so it seems like a solid lane. There's, I'd say, quite a bit of value from the press the attack this game, but it is still a Legion, and I think we're not seeing a lot of Legion because the hero doesn't do normal offlaner things.
Right.
It's just kind of like single target hero assassin in some ways with a defensive save. Like that's, I don't know, it just doesn't give you the same kind of team fight or impact as other offlaners a lot of the time.
Well, it's a 3-game series. We're about to jump into game number 1 after a short break, but when we return, more Monster Energy Dota Summit 13. We are back. Among Us versus Boom, game number 1, lower bracket finals, and Among Us going for a very Among Us draft. These are not particularly meta heroes between the Bounty Hunter and the Legion Commander, but it's comfort. And if in a 3-game series, if you can win game 1 with comfort, you've got yourself in a good position to move forward.
Yeah, they feel like the team that's drafting based on their pub games. You know, these guys are primarily playing pubs. They're not scrimming together. They're not boot camping. They're just busting out the pubs. And March is like, man, love me some Bounty. This hero is so much fun to play in pubs. Pro got in your dream saying, yeah, man, Troll Warlord, I like him, creeps. Everyone's just, you know, having a good time. And they're winning games. They're in the top 3 here. You know, the talent on this team is somewhat unmatched in the region. Although, I mean, I think there's some other teams who could make a case as far as individual talent goes, but that is what's kind of carrying Among Us through this tournament so far.
Yeah, and overall competitive experience, I would say. Most of these other teams like have not had that much LAN exposure compared to the players on Among Us.
Even a team like Boom that's been to a couple of different LANs, it's not been like a perennial consistent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll get to maybe one minor or major a year, and it's usually they'll get eliminated fairly early on, unfortunately. So you don't actually get that much experience. Right. It's probably just like TNC, who's had the proper LAN experience in SEA.
Yeah. With Fnatic missing, it's pretty much just TNC and the Among Us players. But that's why we're excited to see this new blood rise to the top. Yo, motivate trust on LAN? I'd be super hyped to see that.
That'd be great.
They do have a coach with a lot of LAN experience.
That is true.
Wow.
Yeah. Lyrical has been around for a long, long time.
Love that. It's all skill-based in the Spirit mid lane.
It's so funny.
Now we get to see Makoto on a non-DK hero.
Hype.
Love to see that as well.
Oh, Kescu says,
hate
thank
to
you
see
very
that.
much. It's always the melee heroes who feed their couriers.
It's true. It's so bizarre that it ends up just happening. Like, how do you lose it to a clockwork? He just comes up and punches it. Well, regardless, body blocking that camp. March will do that, so that way it can't get any side pull action on, and already Abed.
Oh, whoa, his ward is lying around there.
What?
Makoto did not get vision of it.
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty hard to get vision in there.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder when
Well, he
Abed's gonna
eats a
go for
tree
it.
now.
Yeah, if he eats that one more tree, he will definitely be able to see it, but yeah, he's going to be a little bit careful. Maybe Abed's trying to bait the ward.
Yeah, but his slots are all full though, so usually you do that like if your inventory has a vacant slot, but...
Interesting. I'm curious what it is that he ends up doing with it. Maybe he forgot about it. You never know. Possibility. But Kescute getting some good damage there onto Zephyr and Cuckoo. Just a little bit of a brawling type of lane. And Zephyr keeps on hitting those stuns. Just harassing back the Spectre whenever possible.
Alright, he found it. He places it. Makoto.
Don't believe Makoto saw
Yeah, I
that.
don't
His
think
ward
so.
was a bit too far away.
Crush. Some good damage there onto In Your Dream. They get first blood, and he doesn't die! 10 HP!
I had the leap, but I mean, you'd be leaping into a very difficult spot where you can get juked with those trees, so I don't
Yeah.
blame him not going for it.
And March donates a salve to the Troll Warlord Fund, so no need for March to feed himself quite yet. But I'm sure that time is coming soon.
Yeah.
I mean, March getting some good XP there. Like, a lot of times you end up with a bounty hunter that's, like, level, 3 or something at, like, 8 minutes. And then you just, like, are stuck doing nothing for a really long time. As I say that, March is going to die.
Calculated.
It's per usual.
Yeah, knowing March, yeah, it is I'm going to run into them to just reset my health and get some items for basically have some more salves.
Yeah, I'm going to be a courier now.
Yep.
Actually, may even go mid to if Abed has his bottle also, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit from March.
Oh, he does have an empty bottle. So probably waiting for this wave to go away.
He might bring Abed his items as well, potentially. It doesn't look like he's got anything to bring out, but...
Yeah, he ends up going bot.
Okay. Well, for Abed, he's going to be looking for that 4-minute Power Rune, as will the Ember Spirit, I imagine. We'll see if some support rotations start happening for it. March already getting aggressive.
Following the Mirana around.
Yeah, I guess.
He has boots
yeah,
already.
he's just looking
Level
to steal
3.
some gold, you know.
Wow.
He's like, I'll take your money.
I'll win this fight also. I'll dodge your arrows.
Yeah.
And now she can't contest the 4-minute runes easily.
She
Does have a salt, but yeah, without the arrow, this gets way harder. Makoto's incredibly low here. Does have a salt, but he's going to start being pressured here. Does get the salve off March's boots, though.
And chased. Oh, man. This kill is going to be huge if they can get it.
March has it for sure. He's got boots.
Unreal.
Abed, though. Okay. There may be the revenge kill. Abed bit off a bit more than he can chew there. And hey, the bounty runes, the regen runes just chill on top.
Yeah, but
All that for no rune.
Ember's going to respawn first, so likely Zephyr will just take it. But
Yeah.
still, March getting a lot done on this bounty.
This is really crazy. Like, how many levels he's going to
Gets the
have? Dream turn against FBZ. And, like, that's the thing, right? March leaves for so long, FBZ not able to put that much additional pressure on in your Dream. He's still fine in this because he's a troll.
Not going for any early Shuriken point. It is a somewhat value point, level 1, for the damage output, but
It's like 175 or something.
fight for the bounty rune. Zephyr doesn't hit the LSA and also uses it before the bounty rune spawn, but he's just looking to hold his ground and fight, but Clockwork will
gets
win
it.
the battle. Will he pay for this with his life, though? Still just a level 4 Legion, but
Courier. Cuckoo got it killed again. That would have been hilarious.
Good stuff so far. At least for
Yeah.
Among Us, I think.
both teams, yeah, being very active here, I'd say, on both sides.
March moving out again, but does need to be a little bit wary.
Radiant's
So
middle
too does
tower
Hyde,
is under
actually.
attack.
Yeah, getting that sentry ward killed means that they never really know where Bounty Hunter is. And Tranquil Boot's not completed for March.
They're diving for
385 move speed.
Oh no, we did get the Janata hit off.
Yeah, his invis
Insta
timed
bash.
out.
Yeah. He was looking to, he'd already primed the bash on FBZ, that's why he was going for In Your Dream, and found March instead, which you can see here, Boom winning the kind of regen battle. They get a lot of damage out without taking any themselves, which is at least forcing March and In Your Dream to play somewhat defensively.
Yeah, but it really isn't all that much kill potential. It's much more just like troll game this farm, and he is. He's absolutely on it right now. 38 and 12 compared to 19 and 1.
Even, yeah, all 3 cores of Among Us. I was about to say EG just because Abed's on the screen. Every time I see like a player name, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Geek Fam
We said
or
Geek
EG.
Fam, that's right.
What's their team name again? They do kill March bottom. Yeah, all 3 of their cores doing well. Legion had like 15 denies in the top lane, so Zephyr turn does have the point in Fiery Souls to help give him some extra attack speed, and Kezki will back off.
I think these support levels are going to be really important. You just take a look at it, like level 4 on both the Bounty and the Lina. You're a little bit behind on Boom supports. And those heroes do a lot. Like once Track's online, Laguna Blade with playing together with Cuckoo, they're not going to be safe.
March making a move, does have that Shuriken point now. Have they got the damage for this? I don't think so. And yeah, March just says hello.
That was a very blasé ward.
It was crazy.
I think he hit it well, you know. He didn't do the like turn around and then turn back around where
True.
it's like incredibly obvious. It was like while he was attacking.
But usually, like, I click on people's inventories when they show up out of nowhere, and Bounty Hunters showed up out of nowhere.
I'm not sure, because he started out hitting him, so like your natural inclination is going to be to walk back, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
I guess
if he
so.
just wants to place that ward there, he comes out of invis,
Right.
and it has it.
Oh,
Yeah. That was
almost
close.
cancels.
Yeah, I think your first instinct is just to right-click back to your tower to run away, so. Does seem safe for now, that ward. Ember, top of the net worth by a small margin. Kodo going to go for the regen rune and grab it. Tanks the remnant.
Just crazy.
March's going to be... Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So he's going to be careful. The sentry really nicely placed. A bit
Yeah.
lucky, you could say, but out of range, so they still have detection in that mid lane.
Cuckoo now level 6
Yeah, hasn't skilled the jewel yet, but he's holding on to a skill point.
That ward up there is going to be really nice for scouting out when either in your dream or maybe Cuckoo heads back to the jungle to try and farm up a bit.
Yeah, but I think they saw Mirana place it because they have their own Radiant
okay.
wards to the right of it.
Cuckoo knows they're here. I imagine they may be trying to bait this one and TP in with the Void Spirit. Or are they just going to leave Cuckoo to die? Cuckoo presses the attack, comes out, March. The Void Spirit's still not rotating here.
Yeah, this seems like
I
an
think
easy
there's
challenge.
a fight in mid lane. But they're going to give up the kill here as... Yeah, Abed... They went on Kezcute, it looks like, who survived and then just salved up. He's got raindrops, stick charges. He's actually not an easy kill despite being a 5 position.
I mean, for having full vision right there, that's got to be really frustrating. They do get the D ward as well.
I imagine Cuckoo was expecting, yeah, the Void Spirit to be able to TP in there to either at least get some counter kills.
Well, he's coming back and like, all right, I'm going to refill your bottle, but next time get over there. Hide?
The 2 carries is where we see the biggest, I think, difference right now. A full
top tower
1,000
is
net
under
worth
attack.
plus advantage for the Troll Warlord, who had a much better laning stage in Spectre. Under quite a bit of pressure up here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And he's going for a very like fight right now type of build in a way, like double, or rather just sort of he can exert his influence right now. The double Wraith Bands and the Phase Boots. It's not like a Battle Fury Rush or something. March is going to get
Radiant's
caught here
bottom tower is under attack.
and taunt up afterwards, but March,
For a 5?
I mean,
He's not going to be able to reality back.
Radiant structures
I think they wanted to
I
make
don't think
this
he
push.
wanted to be top lane, though.
Dire's
You know, you
top
talk
Yeah,
about how
that's true.
sometimes you use the haunt just to get to a lane you'd rather be in. I
Dire's
feel like
structures
Spectre
are fortified.
wanted to get to this bottom lane.
Yeah.
This top lane has 4 Radiant heroes there now. It could have fallen back to the jungle, but even that is dangerous. There's a very aggressive Radiant ward in that dire jungle. So this bottom lane and bottom jungle, we'll probably see Dreamer Cell start farming Ancients once the
Radiant's
Blade Mail's up.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Coming in
tower
from
has
March.
fallen.
Doesn't look like... He's hoping he just doesn't get scouted here.
Track is online now as well.
Yeah. Very, very early level 6.
They also have it for Zephyr. Probably still need some type of Oh no, March.
Can Clockwork get on top? Not level 6.
It's just gonna go for the track yet again and back away. But I think that they're gonna need some type of like. This could be one of those games where you actually do want to rush a blink onto Legion Commander. I feel like oftentimes we see something else beforehand, but like with so much burst damage from the supports, it could be cool.
Yeah, and your supports don't initiate or start fights. It's really just Abed who has initiation, so I think having a Legion who can kind of cover that gap makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and especially with track potential, it's always nice to fish for as many kills as possible.
Alright, getting some good info, gets out. Cell is being bullied out of the bottom lane now, so not having much fun wherever he goes. But luckily for him, he's got the Iron Talon.
Okay,
She gets the last hit anyway.
that was really interesting.
This Iron Talon has salvaged Spectre's game, I feel.
Yes.
Because having it or before Blade Mail means you can actually start farming Ancients and these jungle stacks way more efficiently. It's a huge difference for Dreamcell, who I feel like it's going to give him an extra like 500 plus net worth this early on that he would otherwise have struggled to maybe get.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Zephyr gonna be caught. Another track here, but it's just going to be a quick and easy kill on the position 4. Still a very slight lead for Among Us, but it looks like he's going to be going for drums on Cuckoo.
Will be the Battle Fury troll now after the kind of early game aggressive items you mentioned. Looking to just keep up and stay ahead of Spectre. Imagine it'll probably be some time before Spectre catches up to the troll, if ever.
Hey, look at that.
They're playing for the late game.
Well, fine, Cuckoo.
I don't know if they can kill Cuckoo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is not
looks-
easy. And it's only a Yule's on the Ember Spirit, which I'm guessing is what for track? Purging?
Yeah.
Because there are, I don't think there are, like, I don't anticipate anyone getting an Orchid anytime soon. Ags is usually not the first item for Abed's Void Spirit, so...
I think it's also cool for the Troll when he ulties. That's another nice part of it, at least.
Yeah, I can see a lot of value for the Yules. It's good against the Jewel as well. Like, it is a good Yules game.
But on your mid?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question.
Like, I'm not sure who else buys it. Mirana, I guess, but that could take some time if you're getting the Spirit Vessel first.
Mm-hmm.
I think ultimately Ember doesn't mind the stats and mana regen you get out of it. We'll be at early drums on Cuckoo, so no Blink Dagger. I do feel like the Blink would have been really good. I like that idea a lot, Gabe. Having that initiation.
Arrow afterwards, no follow-up. Can't get there.
It does feel like Boom, it's kind of hard for them to make plays right now. Maybe with Haunt they can, but they just kind of lack damage. You have a Spectre, you have a Midas Slardar. They've got level 6 on Clockwork, so they've got a lot of long-range initiation potential with the hook shot into Searing Chains, arrows. And March, gonna tank a smoke gank. Good outcome for Among Us, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh,
they
try
wanna
and fight
fight?
this. It's a little bold. Everybody's over in the area. Still have chase down if they need it.
Curious Snipe.
Abed gets the Yule Scepter. Immediate setup afterwards. Zephyr gets the kill, and well, they didn't manage to find the duel, but they definitely took down that Mirana.
That was a kill streak too, so a bit of extra gold. All for a courier, which probably got about 250, 300 gold for the Dire team, split between them.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And then bounty runes being claimed, with looks like 3 going the way of Boom.
So what do you guys think about this? Because like right now, if I'm Among Us, I kind of feel like they need to be staying really active. You're up against Slardar Midas, and then like Ember Spectre in the late game.
And you have a bounty hunter who's
Right.
not getting track kills.
Like, I'm a little bit concerned if I'm Among Us. Granted, you do have this, like, Troll that's Battle Fury relative free farm.
Yeah. I think you know your Troll's ahead of Spectre, and it's going to just continue to be ahead of Spectre.
Okay.
But I would rather see them with, like, that Blink Legion hunting for kills playing aggressive. That makes more sense to me, particularly when, like you say, the Slaughter Midas, like FBZ. He's going to use that Midas to try to get some bashes out here, and Abed goes down.
Not able to save him in time. Troll just going to pop ulti, immediately Yule's up. Duel
arrow.
afterwards, trying to bring him down in time. They do manage to find that kill. So Troll showing his stuff early on here. They got tracks all up and around. And Rooted, another press the attack. Well played there. Light Strike Ray, Laguna Blade, trying to turn this back around. All these duel victories, or rather track kills, are going to be huge if they can secure a few more of them.
I don't know if they have answers for Makoto here. He gets a nice
slide
2 Searing
chains.
Chains. That was perfect.
Oh my goodness.
There's no answers for this Ember. Makoto's shown up at the perfect time to clean up. Cuckoo probably still has to press the attack here for the Searing Chains, but... Nope. Okay, there we go. But there's just...
Ooh, arrow tanked by a neutral creep.
And with the Void Spirit respawn, they don't want to overcommit.
Yeah.
Radiant's
Abed will
bottom
keep
tower
it
I
up.
need to see a fight recap for that. I don't know who came out in terms of gold. Dire, as there's
1,000
another
gold,
Yule
yeah.
setup actually.
He should be fine. Ember's still full health here. Makoto just going to turn and dish out some damage himself.
If they're not careful, they might lose more here. The track
Yeah.
wears off.
I think Makoto's just kind of baiting them.
Radiant's middle
They're
tower
actually
is
just
under
killing
attack.
us.
So many Yules is going on constantly.
He can set up the Mirana arrows.
Abed jumps in, tries to make something happen. It's not going to be there. And March? Now
Makoto's just
also
playing
in
here.
trouble. Dude.
Oh, nice try.
They still might dive it. FBZ's ready to go.
Arrow.
Oh, it doesn't matter. They can still just chase him down. Yeah,
Wow.
Makoto is absolutely wrecking face right here.
Yeah, Troll's like, guys, I'm done with this. I'm going to go hit some creeps, hit some towers, do Troll things.
Makoto was like 3rd or 4th net worth before that all happened.
Yeah.
And now he's topping it with a 4K swing. And yeah, what level is this Ember Spirit now? Because Troll is 13, Ember Spirit's 14.
That's 15.
And Abed, that really sets back his game. He was kind of the big loser, I feel like, of those fights. He died
Yeah.
twice, kind of kept getting baited by Makoto, didn't ever really have the follow-up damage.
I'm a believer in this Yules now. I think I agree that the setup for the Mirana and
Yeah.
just the interference it causes for Among Us' team fight is just...
Well, in the mana regen. I don't think he can do that if he didn't have all
yeah.
that mana regen.
Yeah, increases his mana pool as well. It seemed amazing in that fight. And just when you use your Slight Searing Chains combo, if you get gone on, you can use it defensively to buy time for the cooldown of Sleight of Fist.
Right.
There's a lot of value.
They need to duel him. They've got to find Makoto
Yeah.
and kill him afterwards as well, if I didn't make that clear.
Oh, that's what happens.
Yeah, you need to do that, because this guy is, he's a monster. He's
Got the Maelstrom. Yeah, I mean, he probably saw that last fight. He's like, man, imagine if I had a Maelstrom, how much damage I would have done. I want to do some damage output stat padding here.
I mean, there are a lot of melee cores. There's a 4 melee team with Alina in the back, so a lot of lightning damage.
Slugger with a blink now. This Midas has not been punished at all, and we're going to see this Slugger here that often falls off in terms of net worth just by nature of the hero not having good farming tools and being able to clear waves. Stay very relevant throughout the entire game because of the Midas.
Yeah, we saw KP go for that Mask of Madness Slardar in another game, so it seems like players are trying to figure out how to compensate for Slardar's lack of farming potential.
Yeah. And one of those offlaners, it's not just like a farming item, it actually does, you have skills that benefit from the attack speed.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like you always want to go minus on these cores that benefit from the attack speed, like the Void and stuff.
Jump in, finds one. That's a dual kill. Can they get any more afterwards? Zephyr very low. Laguna Blade comes out. They take down FBZ. Makoto still strong in the midst of all of it, but they taunt and pull back in. Can they get the kill?
He's got a Remnant out.
Yules tries to run. Sleight of Fist doing a lot of damage and manages to Remnant away. At least
so
for
slow.
now, Makoto looks like he's going to be okay, maybe. Taunt pulls him back in. There's a huge kill if they can get it. Makoto tries to slide dodge,
dodged
jumps
it.
into the side,
He's
and
still
he's
okay?
living.
He's got slide up in 1 second.
Are you freaking kidding me
Oh,
right
no.
now? Yule Scepter, does he have another one afterwards? Sleight of Fist dodge, another Yule's, trying to keep him alive. Kescute moves in, it's not enough. He goes down in the end, but they beat the rest of the team, and Kescute follows up with a death.
Yeah, they end up kind of chain feeding to try save the Ember.
Oh my god.
I mean, they're probably like, Makoto, he's our leader. He's the boss Ember Spirit who's unkillable. We got to go in and save him. But in the end, they give up Clockwork and Spectre as well. Among Us with a huge bounce back. This game an absolute roller coaster.
God. Then like that
Yeah.
troll.
Back to the status quo, you know? Okay.
So it started off with the duel coming off onto the Clockwork?
I think it was Slaughter. I think
Slardar got dueled.
Yeah.
Clockwork tried to
Clockwork
interfere
died,
with it, yeah.
and then Slaughter was the one getting jeweled.
I'm not sure how Cuckoo got that without a blink dagger or anything. I don't know how he got the duel onto Slardar.
He's fast.
It was a super chaotic fight. Maybe Slaughter just blink crushed in, and
Yeah, that may have
I
been
think he
it.
just turned and said, "Okay, I'll just duel you."
He's also used 4 drum charges already on Cuckoo.
Yeah.
That's what they're there for. You got to use them.
I think it's worth it to buy those back. I feel like they provide a lot of value in these skirmishy moments. You just get the one recipe.
Yeah, I've seen supports do that. I think on a
Yeah,
core.
if you're a 5, then maybe.
Yeah.
But Drum is also rarely built on 5 these days.
Wow. The Solar Crescent done.
Gotta imagine they're going to contest this one. Spectre does not have Haunt, though, and is sitting in the bottom lane currently.
Scouting things out. Ready to
Keep
go.
going for the steal, but yeah, March is going to foil that plan.
Might get the duel afterwards if they're
I
not
just-
careful.
Surprised Cuckoo's not just killing the cogs and...
Didn't go for a hook shot out.
Yeah.
But to try and hook to some neutrals or something there.
For the void, might as not.
Verona could have also put him in. I guess with the track, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Abed went for the true sight on Remnant talent again. This is now the second time I've seen him do it. The first time was against a Ricky and a Mirana, and this time it's pretty much just the Mirana that you can justify it for, but it always feels weird that I would think that with an Aghanim Scepter, which is on the way for him soon, that you pretty much always want to go for the Resonant Pulse damage, but
I'm starting to like the utility it gives more and more, because we're also seeing it used for dewarding. It just seems to have a lot of benefits. Glimmer Capes are becoming a super popular item.
In your dream with Cuckoo behind. He's got a lot of attack speed. Press the attack and that Solar Crest. It's 220 or something like that.
for attack speed.
I think something like that. They're going down
Whoa.
bottom.
Do you have any
Cell.
stuns for this? Okay, no,
Nice.
he's just
Good haunt
haunting
out.
out, yeah.
Radiant's middle tower
That's
is
haunt
under
down.
attack.
Yeah, we'll see Boom at least pushing out top and mid lane, but they're probably going to lose both these bottom towers if Among Us want to just barrel their way down those lanes. But they seem to have other ideas. They're smoked up. They're going to show In Your Dream here, so he may just get these towers while his teammates probably set up some aggressive vision. Here is the idea. You want to get some wards down, trying to find some pickoffs. Zephyr is fishing for a kill in the mid lane. Doesn't have any kind of Yules or set up for himself, just the cast range of Aether Lens.
Man, it's a shame that really their only right clicker is Spectre besides Slardar.
He was scouted out by a ward, I believe, and Zephyr took her down. There was a dire sentry in the mid lane that saw him.
Was he invis? I thought he was smoked. Must have been.
Oh, maybe,
invis.
yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, you're right, he was smoked. Maybe he popped it.
Regardless, mid lane, they're going to take down that tower wall. The bottom tier 1 and tier 2 were both claimed.
Radiant's top tower
Objectives falling fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure Boom had any answer to the Aegis troll pushing. They're just trying to fight away from the troll and 5-man lamp and Among Us, find pickoffs, and wait for this Aegis to expire.
Really have a better option for sure. And likewise, if you're Among Us, force the fight if possible and keep building this momentum. Troll, top net worth right now, 3,000 ahead of the Ember, mirroring the net worth lead that they have as a whole.
Yeah, it's going to have Satanic level 20 soon.
Bounty's looked kind of good in a way. Like
He hasn't looked bad, at least.
Right. Well,
it's very difficult for me to quantify what a bounty hunter is doing besides getting gold for the team oftentimes.
yeah. And that's I think like that fight that they had before. I don't think you have this substantial of a lead if you don't get like those track spells on top of the normal like gold bounty stuff that you get.
Yeah, I just wish there was an easier way for me to see how they're abusing his vision capabilities, or even making the enemy support have to commit so much gold to bounty sentries to plant around the map.
Right.
Yeah, you can't just use sentries to try and deward. You need to know if Bounty sees you, you're going to lose fights, so you have to have sentries kind of wherever you go.
But usually I know it's a bad bounty game where I'm like, they have no stuns. They have no crowd control for team fights and stuff like that because this bounty hunter is running around on the outskirts.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I do kind of feel like they still need to make this move, right? Like, as good as that last fight looked, if things, like if they don't sort of like take a tower again and like shut down the map, I don't think you should be content just trading farm with Boom.
Dire's middle
I feel like
tower
Boom's about to get a whole lot
is
scarier. Like, this Slardr's basically just had a Blink Dagger for this entire game and is about to suddenly go up to Blink plus Ags. It's like a big power spike for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seeing on
Chat
3.3k
wheel.
gold. Whether it's an Ags, he may even be considering the BKB as well. But I think that survivability the Ags gives is really nice. And Spectre's, you know, starting to feel a lot scarier than earlier on in this game. But 20 seconds on Aegis, they could go for high ground, but they're going to basically go because they're going high ground with no Aegis. This is how you have to look at this if you're Among Us.
I like it though.
Oh wow, they would just be using press the attack for the attack speed.
Yeah.
There's no glyph, so
That's what I was talking about with the Solar Crest too.
Aegis is expiring though. So be careful if you're in your dream.
And there it is. Still, they don't have any way to come and really contest him, and that's the Rax.
The press the attack sitting right behind.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, big arrow.
Jump in afterwards. They're just going to try and blow him up. Abed able to
he
barely get away.
assimilated.
Unbelievable. Now the troll going to be lifted up by the Yules. March on the outskirts. They haven't been able to focus him down yet. Everybody's still somewhat survivable, but they take down Cuckoo. And it looks like that's going to be about the extent of it.
Can they catch up to In Your Dream? Arrow going to be off the mark.
And Abed's
Nice.
just going to throw him
From
around.
Abed to keep the trolls nice and safe. Good play from Among Us. They give up a couple kills there, but they took the rack, so not really a 1,500 gold exchange in Boom's favor with the racks and tier 3 tower going down, but looks like a hook shot in, yeah. Onto Troll. I think he thought better of it.
I got him. Oh, wait.
That's not the hero you want to get.
He does have Paladin Sword now, too. Oh, man. What an item.
Yeah, the BKB pickup from Makoto allowing him to play very aggressive in that fight.
Troll obviously not picking up a BKB for himself, just going for this status resistance build.
This Legion pick's starting to look very potent when you're playing aggressive and sitting behind your cores who can benefit from it. Whether it's the Troll getting the attack speed and having the save, or the Void Spirit able to purge off a stun and allowing him to get the Dissimulate off.
Yeah, it's basically made it so that no one needs to build a Force Staff on Among Us to like deal with this Clockwork Cogs or to get out of root situations, root into arrow. It's just... he did build a Force Staff on top of it, but the press the attack is just providing enough.
He's playing that kind of defensive save role for the team.
He's an Oracle who gives attack speed.
It's interesting, yeah, because he's not really playing or expecting to ever rely on Jewel in a fight. If anything, using Jewel means he can't press the attack, so I don't think we're going to ever see him go for a Blink Dagger to initiate, because that's just not his job anymore.
And BKB used. It's that one down to 8 seconds now, as they will take over that outpost right before we get in on the 30-minute mark.
Both teams picking up a repair kit as well. I'm sure Boom would have liked that a few minutes earlier. But
just thinking that. It's almost like a little bit too late for Boom. Still potentially useful, but being down 1 Rex already.
I think they're going to get this one too. They get both of these. They're making the run over with Slardar to try and steal the other outpost, it looks like. Can he get there in time? I think that he will.
Yep.
Nice. Well done, FBZ.
Good move. Both teams will get a couple of bounties apiece. A Shadow Blade on Lina. I think the talk has probably been this, this Legion's not going Blink, and he's not going to be Blink Duel initiating. That's his job, is to protect the core, so putting a bit more onus on Zephyr to be an initiating force, and also just allows him to catch some of these split pushing heroes in side lanes, theoretically. To be a setup with the Shadow Blade.
Dude, if I was Bounty and one of my teammates built a Shadow Blade, I would be pretty peeved right now. But I do think in this game,
I think ultimately, Bounty running around Invis, he's not setting up a kill. He doesn't have a stun or setup, so it's like, it's better if Lina does that.
Right.
Lina's the new Bounty.
Not a threat.
I think now, like, if you're Boom, you need to figure out a way to stop Among Us from getting Roche.
I agree.
It's really, like, in a way, it feels like they can set up the same way they were set up in the top lane, where just, like, trolls inside the pit.
Yeah, and you can use the press the attack offensively, like to give him attack speed to Siege when he has Aegis.
Right.
That's why they were able to use it when he had 20 seconds on Aegis, which was enough to press the attack, take down the tier 3 tower racks, and then after the Aegis expired, they were holding on to the press the attack for defensive purposes.
I don't know what you need to do exactly for Boom to stop this, but it feels like you really need to stop the momentum, because it's a freight
smoking
train.
out. They're I mean, they don't know the Roche respawn timer. This is where teams will start feeding couriers to the Roche pit. But they are looking to fight while there's no Aegis and Cheese in play.
Like that right there too, like using the Clockwork Flare to push out waves. I think that they need to be really judicious with it going forward here. Like trying to find where Radiant is, maybe set up for a kill. I don't even know who you go on necessarily though. Like there isn't really a good target besides like Zephyr.
I think the best target is Legion Commander, because that takes out, he's the safe. Press the attack is what stops you going on anyone else. So if you go on Legion, there's no press the attack because he's chain stun, theoretically. So Cuckoo's definitely the best target, but he's also not going to be presenting himself, I think, that readily as a target to go on. Bit surprised this Mirana didn't go for a Yule Scepter still. I feel like there's so much value out of Yules this game, playing against Troll, bypassing status resistance.
Yeah, this is a BKB-less troll, so he just finished the Abyssal Blade, which is still a gigantic troll. He has Satanic, Paladin Sword, and a double damage rune.
That is Roshan.
That's so
I believe.
No.
They're going to see it in a second with the Courier.
Yep.
Both teams. Oh, Dire also have their Courier there, though, so they'll...
Dire's courier has been
I believe they caught a glimpse of...
Radiant slices and dices this thing in like seconds, though.
No buyback either on the Clockwork.
And it's a pretty big deal, because the Rocket Flare is the way they get vision in the Roche pit. They are... I don't think they can do anything about this.
They arrowed.
And they're trying to, going for the steal.
Makoto's got to do everything for this team. He jumps through, not able to get it, and he's caught, dueled, going to fall. They take down Makoto.
I like that he went for it. I think he needed to. If you could find a way to slide a fist, steal Aegis, or get it with a Remnant, like, you're in a way better position to win this game. But unfortunately for him, the worst case scenario, he gets caught with the BKB piercing jewel.
And I think since he just finished the Ags, that's why he doesn't have the buyback either. Right, so
it may just be game.
Repair kit time for all you're worth. Keep it alive.
It's kind of crazy that even a troll that's this stacked. Ooh.
Force staff inside, bringing him down very, very low. In your dream, they couldn't get there with the press the attack.
Yeah, I think it was on cooldown because they used offensively again. And
now
who has it now?
In your dream, he's got to be careful. Force staff trying to keep him alive. Are they going to be able to chase them down here? But losing the Aegis like that, Light Strike Ray, trying to turn it, trying to kill him off in time, and FBZ, good crush. They will kill Spec, but he has buyback. In your dream, just rolling in on him though, and takes down another kill. FBZ going to die. They just keep on running forward. Kezcute's going to get caught.
Spectre's really trying to hold this buyback. Want to make sure if you use it, you get multiple big kills. Ideally, you just don't use it at all. With Ember respawning, they may be able to hold on to the Spectre's buyback.
FBZ chase down, just trying to get whatever they can. Hookshot back up in 4. They still have vision on him with the track. And they're going to buy back on the Bounty Hunter, actually. Makoto jumping in, finding him. The turnaround with the press the attack. Can they bring anybody else down? They're starting to fall very low. And one kill, chase down, trying to get Cuckoo, Yule Scepter lift up. In your dream, still living. But the Spectre is haunted in at the moment. They take down one. Ember's just killing the backlines.
Everyone's buying back here. March manages to get away, and Makoto's going to be careful.
Oh, chase down this jump in from Kezcute to save a life. Barely able to escape from that one. Abed, very, very low. Jump in, duel. They found him. He's haunted to the side.
Yeah, the Mirana, who will get chain stunned in.
Oh my goodness.
No buyback on Spectre.
This freaking troll with Battle Trance, Paladin Sword, Satanic, Abyssal, he just takes no damage unless if it's coming from the Ember Spirit. And the Ember Spirit has to worry about the backlines.
Wow. Buyback status right now. They don't have it for the Slardar or the Mirana. Clockwork still does, but you got to imagine at this point, it's feeling like an impossibility.
They're not going to go for the Tier 4s and Throne. They want the Mega Creeps, feeling like it's the safer option, and it will pretty much guarantee them this game if they get Megas.
Very disciplined play coming from Among Us. They look to close out this game number 1, and you one away from a Grand Finals berth.
Very impressive stuff. I feel like they had a really clear understanding of how to make their draft work. Cuckoo especially, he gets my Monster MVP vote this game.
Sure.
I think it felt like I was agreeing with you, Gavin. I'm like, yeah, you should probably just go for a Blink Dagger so they have some catch because they don't have the best initiation, but the way he's played it has proven to be way more effective than what we thought made sense.
Yeah.
Just his positioning and sitting behind his force, keeping them all alive.
Are you ready for the next level play? When Troll dies without buyback, and then they just lose the game.
This is SCA. It is not out of the realm of possibility.
It's Dota. It's just, that's what happens. They're all playing together. Very disciplined play coming from Among Us. Just wants extra vision just in case.
Yeah, what's he putting a sentry there for? You got the...
I know, right?
He doesn't know Aether Remnants, given detection.
Why would you do this to me? Why would you hit me with the flare? But yeah, right now...
Does Clock go for the detection on Rocket Flare?
When you're trapped in your base like this, probably not.
Goodbye, Hyde. He will go down, and now the Ember also going to get silenced.
Yeah, it has BKB, but doesn't want to use it. That's a very early hold. They want to fight this.
Okay, jump in, crush,
Zephyr.
Oh, nice play. Trying to walk away. Go Scepter afterwards. Will eventually go down. That's it. GG. Makoto calls it, and Among Us going to win game number 1.
Yeah, I'm sharing the same sentiment as you, GoDz. They had a very clear idea on how to make their draft operate, because there are a lot of ways that could go wrong. Those 5 heroes put together is not a guaranteed win on Among Us's draft, but they itemized very well, they laned it correctly, they didn't really push the limits, even though they had like a pretty significant net worth advantage. It
Yep.
was really only that top lane fight where they were like, oh man, we can get so many track kills, but did
Yeah.
not recognize Mikoto's power at that stage. And then after that, showed a lot of respect to Boom, but still come out with a victory in game number 1. But this is a 3-game series. We're going to jump to a quick break. When we return, post-game analysis here in the lower bracket finals.